What if I told you there are places on Earth that look less like reality and more like fragments of forgotten worlds? Places where the sky burns red at night, where silence feels alive, and where entire landscapes seem designed by something beyond human imagination. Tonight we're traveling to 5 of the strangest places on Earth, places so surreal, so unsettling, that standing there feels like stepping outside reality itself. And trust me, the final location might be the closest thing to another dimension without ever leaving this planet. From glowing underground galaxies to lakes that turn animals into stone, these are 5 places on Earth that don't feel real. So turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and prepare to enter places on Earth that shouldn't exist. Place 5. Socotra Island, Yemen. Imagine an island where trees bleed dark red sap, where giant umbrella-shaped plants rise from the rocks like alien life forms, and where almost nothing feels familiar. Welcome to Socotra Island. Hidden in the Arabian Sea, Socotra has remained isolated for millions of years, so isolated that nearly 1/3 of its plant life exists nowhere else on Earth. Its most famous resident is the dragon blood tree, a strange mushroom-shaped tree that releases crimson resin, once believed to hold mystical and supernatural powers. But during the night, Socotra becomes something even stranger. Massive cliffs vanish into pure darkness, cold winds move through empty valleys like whispers, and the silence feels wrong, almost unnatural, as if the island itself is watching. Scientists often call Socotra the most alien-looking place on Earth, and honestly, it's difficult to believe otherwise. Some signals are not meant to be found, but you are still here. Place 4. The Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. In the middle of a lifeless desert in Turkmenistan, there is a crater that has been burning for more than half a century. Locals call it the Door to Hell. Officially known as the Darvaza gas crater, this massive pit collapsed during a Soviet drilling operation in 1971. To stop poisonous gas from spreading, scientists set the crater on fire, expecting the flames to disappear within days. They never did. More than 50 years later, the fire is still alive. At night, the crater glows like a wound in the earth itself. The heat distorts the air. The ground trembles beneath your feet, and standing at the edge feels less like visiting a place on Earth and more like staring into something ancient and endless. But according to many visitors, the most terrifying part isn't the fire, it's the emptiness around it. Because beyond that burning crater, there is only darkness. Miles of silence and the overwhelming feeling that the world simply stops there. Place 3. Lake Natron, Tanzania. At first glance, Lake Natron looks beautiful. The water glows in shades of red, orange, and crimson, like liquid fire beneath the African sun. But this lake hides something deeply disturbing. Its water is so extremely alkaline that animals dying within it can become preserved in stone-like forms. Birds and small creatures have been discovered along the shoreline, calcified, frozen in unnatural positions, as if time itself stopped around them. Temperatures here can become brutally hot, and during certain seasons, microorganisms transform the lake into a deep blood-red mirror. The result feels almost cursed, silent, motionless, apocalyptic, and yet somehow life still survives here. Thousands of flamingos gather around the lake every year, turning one of the deadliest environments on Earth into a thriving ecosystem, beautiful and horrifying at the same time. Place 2. Wetomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Deep beneath New Zealand, hidden inside ancient limestone caves, there is a ceiling filled with living blue lights. The Waitomo glowworm caves don't look like Earth. They look like an entire galaxy trapped underground. Thousands of bioluminescent creatures glow in complete darkness, creating the illusion of stars above your head. As boats drift silently across the black water, the reflections ripple like moving constellations. But what makes this place truly unsettling is the silence. No wind, no birds, no outside world, just darkness and endless blue lights stretching overhead like the universe itself. For centuries, caves have been connected to myths about hidden worlds, forgotten civilizations, and gateways beneath the earth. And inside Waitomo, it becomes very easy to understand why. It feels ancient, almost sacred, almost supernatural. And now, the number one place on this list. You found the signal. Subscribe to Lost Signal. Leave your theory in the comments. Place 1. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. There is a place in Bolivia where reality itself seems to disappear. No horizon, no direction, no separation between the sky and the earth. After rainfall, the salt flats of Salar de Uyuni transform into the largest natural mirror on the planet. Clouds reflect perfectly beneath your feet, creating the impossible illusion that you are walking through the sky itself. People often describe the experience as dreamlike. Others describe it as deeply disturbing, like the laws of reality are beginning to fail. During sunrise and sunset, the reflections become almost incomprehensible. Mountains float upside down. Humans appear suspended in endless white space, and the world turns into something no camera can fully capture. Scientists use this location to calibrate satellites because the surface is almost perfectly flat, but visually, it feels less like science and more like stepping into another dimension. And maybe the strangest part is this: every place on this list is completely real. No CGI, no special effects, no fantasy worlds, just Earth. A planet still hiding landscapes we barely understand. Places that remind us how small we truly are and how little we actually know about the world around us. So the next time you look at a map, remember this: reality is far stranger than fiction. And somewhere out there, in the silent corners of this planet, there are still places waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, subscribe for more mysterious, dark, and mind-bending stories from around the world. Because the deeper we explore this planet, the more it begins to feel like we were never truly alone here at all.